Abusua memao akwaba edeba Adom TV nkwanshe dum adie so na ediam yeso no ye Apostle Dr. Nita Kotego ena misio mesuma no asame wira ho asame dia wurese wo mimu kamenyo bia ya me bobo nsam ho enwenwi nsam ho sa enso ade bi ahye me nkontomo a ahye ma me na ase a manka be ha me ene se Ghana yesi yenya ahen 60 ahen 8 emfie eduasia enwotwe afenyuma ekpa ke panyo 68 na medwene ho a bebia na akos du no meka han na akoti obi na so meka our focus as a nation is on economic dialogues, on political and economic well-being and emancipation. You see, we are getting things wrong. But we've never thought about the human capital or the human economy. Yadi sika, ahunya dia, adanya infrastructure, akwai. But we are not asking ourselves, what kind of people are we developing? Mesremo, enimdifo amo Ghana kromua. Enipa bɛn ene ye kura won e de o ma na hye wonsa ukoye mfie mu a ye nwade ya wade atete apansam ukoye akwan so adrabafo eye de opɛ woni eton ade se opɛ ukombontin so a chese akakabin sem ni chese na no obi ka kire me se enkran ba bi udu a mario 12 years 13 14 wogina kwan no opɛ member enumpo de enten koda ba bi Denti America say ye jai nipa no sumu ni afa sebe o mani ye die sikasem abotire a ye deche ye nye. You see, the success of every country depends on strong and knowledgeable and matured human resource. Any economic whatever. And to me they coming kwa and we economic dialogue ni we are. I say human economy dialogue. And human economy is made up of the body of the person, the mind of the person, and even the actions of the person. Yeah, me kwa kurabi nan say, me mbodi, mkurabe nine. Na nema mi ko yam shimiye, na me yam shimiye krachi bi say ma yam show na hampo na wo kan say kon kran na kohe. The prevalence of substance and alcohol and other drugs abuse is becoming alarming amongst our youth. Ebane dubone nom. Ebane nsanhodo nom. Any enofofro nom, any akakabensem, any adwamamo a. So the artist say wo yememu ano. Ehu. Na sa asem we ameke, enya asem we benya nipa kro no ye substance abuse no po. The problem of substance abuse is not only harmful to the individual using the substance, but it affects families and societies and the whole nation. And nobody's talking about it in this part of the world. And then, Ukobaba, a shensa, a bifre, my name is Ramofeno, the capital, Arosto, Shama, Bibi, say, na emrantiana no more. Niyomuko din koma here. Na ebi fa no fun when I'm always saying, just say, when him say, many will be coding, many branches be coding como. Now, as some American, I say one time, I say, as someone met you, Muno, I say one time, yo, just say, the mind has been disorganized. The mind of our youth has been adulterated and polluted. Maybe soon for climate change. I'm praying for a mindset change. Obi on the chromu, on your climate change, don't say we are. But media, I call for a mind change in this part of the world. Na yen sin konwa misa kwaya beti ma fa so eyi endubone nom akabensem na adwamambo ate ase ekroma na ye mrante anya adwempa ni susu papa abubra. Enti na mesuma no amehye program ase. Onyame kan ho. Onyame hwe so. Na me fa na se enkoma me nua be ma Richmond Mark Weber me fa bi nso nkoma agya we be kampedu na me mra camera chi me fa bi ma Thomas me ko sound me na Osugbo sisase me na make up fo nyina ase na Adom TV microphone nyina nya me nhira mu nyara on hyam do ma mu nyansa wo a onya mra hwe me de enya fide ni mfiri ha na Badwam dwumadi ne be koso anesa wo no nyame entina
Chibiam Samwa Kwabado Badom TV Badwam dwumadi so yeda apostle Dr. Nita Kotegwa say Edim Kranshan sama odi abreye de du so ne Badwam kase ensam no ne yetodwa wo mu biya wo betini make say customs for one more ache eniama boni a esom sika 20.6 million Ghana cedi wo eye tamale ye de honsam no ebebro na fe yakoye mampani John Dramani Mahama akohia mali mampani ni di nkomo a ebebo ye adwadie ene ayonkofa amapa wa mani mienu ntemeno ne nsem bi na no pay medebro sa Adom TV Badwam kase wo share live on Facebook/Adom TV Extra Go TV 119 DSTV 280 Uko YouTube search Adom TV Tube kwadomonline.com sansemi ni bebre so ewo ho faseda Emma Liran collection ntadi ba ko ene hyemi bididi afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni DMT said ensem ni chemu ankasa etie Customs official one northern region nene one monsa aka eniema bia eni ho kwan se ewo my Ghana emu bi mu de frafra nrodum ni ade no wonsa etumi aka esom sika 20.6 million Ghana cedi na your operational customs division ya wa Ghana Revenue Authority ena one mo eye
Sa operation yuko so wonanton gushegu kwan no eso a eno nti business royal cigarette boxes ahana ne aduonum ene tapentadol tablet eno so boxes enum ani nyina wosisi a eso Ghana cedi opepe aduonu achiripo ensia 20.6 million custom for ena monim de so ena ehunu se ehyenyi ede enema etwie famu afahye so akọ omai foforo eso the center ogoduru gaha gushegu kwan no baby a checkpoint ne wono ena wogina no a woje nieme Nanso ehya osusu se enubone ena womu in registration number JS759213 wanyina a odi mirika etwe mu fa checkpoint ne ho aposifo edi nachi de bra wokoto no 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 hyenkani pese wo be kire de kodi airport ya ewo ehyen no emu okire mu se nipa enema ne ye ne de apɛ ene betimi a kire de wo enaka wode etu kwan no emu anche ene nipa Oseniema ne yene dia no etena moto so eba ho nanso no so ampese obekasa afanema no ehu wode hye no ekosi Tamale collection regional headquarters ya wo ye hwehwemu ne ho ena wotonsa efre wo hyenkani ne nipa enema ne yene dia senka de chia omra nanso amu biye ni ho no mu a osi aposifo no asoye ne senti enema yi eda so ewo Tamale collection regional headquarters a wo ye hwehwemu
Penny John Dramani Mahama call Malimaino Mode Dabako and Akohonsra. Now, woman in crow, Bamakomo and Oway, one of my penny next year didn't come on. Come a bit me a woman, my me no yonko fano, a gina ye, na fear Jediamo, and someone saw Akoyi, Cassiano, Etoso.
We discussed the revival of the Permanent Joint Commission for Cooperation between Mali and Ghana. The last meeting was in 2011. In Accra, and the next meeting was supposed to take place here, but due to some circumstances it didn't happen, and so we're looking to revive it so that as early as possible we can send our technical team to come and sit with our Malian counterparts and discuss how we can increase and strengthen the cooperation that exists between our two countries. We discussed it, and we recognize that there's been some issues of trust, problems with trust between the two groups, but at the same time, I think that we must establish mutual respect.
Enwechi one Ghana phobia akobo won sese wa Bamako nso ehia ansana one mampanyine ekokohia ehon so waka technical joint cooperation framework afimpinu dumienu wo hyase asese akansinsemu no ho asem na wo kire hia sese adwumadie wotimi eye ne boa ema adwadie ene won mepese bebie enwuma wo mai mu no nso etimi ekonkan amananso wa obanan eko Dr. Kwame Nkrumah honi kase ya won maye ewo Bamako ewo a wone omanfobi ekodi enkomo.
For a very long time, our countries trade amongst each other. Our people travel freely amongst each other. There's a big Malian population living in Ghana. They are involved in business. They are settled peacefully in Ghana. They're actually citizens of both Ghana and Mali. And so we had the opportunity to discuss how we can make our economic relations even stronger. And we also have a transit corridor. A lot of long-distance drivers, both Malian and Ghanaians, convey goods from our ports to Mali and transport goods from Mali back to our port for export. And so we discussed how we can remove the challenges so that it's easy for these drivers who are involved in the transit of goods to be able to do their work without any problems.
Penny Abediache, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman, Sir Koya Yakudi Etia, Emma Yetatia won't for who dear son, Yenyan Papa. Juma Kakra, Kahua was here to me ye na yesisadi and no coin. International Women's Day celebration, of course, on crime, and Odin Semi Etuja.
We must choose to end all forms of violence against women and girls, in whatever form it may take, in whatever rationale we can profess for it, whether human trafficking, domestic violence, accusations of witchcraft, and the resulting instant justice.
Odin in some two Javiano, opinion on a Ghana Bar Association, ano, if you got it, and so the two just say.
A lawyers ne bebreno, yandie, ye ma and crofo pro bono services, kana yenka. But we be sa lawyers ne bebrea, cases be or what. Lawyers na kra nature home transport. Inti, yandie ye woho, nyamenadum. Wahwe ma yenso ya lawyers nti yenso ekwan bia ye befa so ye de aboa obi a wakọ hia mu a ohia legal help no yenso ye beboa.
International Women's Day no CBA no chairperson no Electoral Commission Jemen Sanso as kwan ya ye befa so na gender equality semma so ye bedi akotene e wo miamia hodo mu no. And also, yenye nuhu esa nti ebra no so sa wose ye mamma so ye dimo akotene pa yi netumi aboa mo man chekere no akonkan
enkrata abato committee antitreni Jean Mensa edibetu dwaya no wobo emabaso International Women's Day ena wodi abasobo kese ema adwumayefo a ewo Electoral Commission nyina se watimi esinkete ede wo hofama eboa ama asoye adwumaye akoso hwemu se wo mu adwuma wo mu yini yenti aboa makamamenka biama mu ekoso enkanka ene adwuma wo ye no penima boso de toso enso afempinu ne aduonu nan abato no emu afenso onkrata ne mo kire se Ghana akona nimpa esanse o hye omanyam mu a ema edimu ententemen ye no so ebokwan bi ato honum amanchirima nanso wo kire mu a efa ba bi wo no mu a ema enti be mo nwura ho ne senti eho be yin asesa meamea ewo oman na mamu mu nyina no obetimi amakwan na ma etimi aboawura ho ebi ene yi a oman Ghana wo ampanya be de echa wo ye obayi ogidi yese oman Ghana betimi akonanim ye beboa ama manso empuntu ode to ka bi wonfo ne abanpanimfo anim se bebi bia eho yin ase wo ba edna no eto ensem bi mu a eyeyie no oma woni mema nyina akwanya koro no asebe ya obetimi asima no anemu
Yejina no so na Adom TV Badwam kase no hana brema kwan na no pe ye de asie wadaroma ye kwaba de bonkrata no ene online de no atwoso ye nche ye kwaba bi Adom TV Badwam dwumade no eso de radia se ne 10th March atiasefo no so ka ho bi obi ehunu ne obi hunu ye kura no a nipadua ne sisi no ho so saasa de nka na ope no ti se bibia ye de ma nkwan wo ho ahoden wo ho moja di umafu sane techrema da bodwe mu a osori anope ya no wada awurade asemi a waye ne wo ye ene de wo ba beye ya da se papa pa se fidie no stations ne do so na so de abribia na Adom TV ena wo de da ya appreciate mo pa miensa nchia fosufo wona etie eye radio fosu anope ye chiamo ya mamu akwaba koso mo fidie no enna ho ne mfa de obonkrata no ene online de no entwaso emma mene owura sante da kon aka omanhene ni gina ha awurade adom ye na ye di gina ha no pe be me na me chia we
oh majo so
na bibia boko
oh bibia boko na me de sa de bia me hu anopa no o ma correct no ama ho na me na me dana se obia wa wo hwe nti ase ade bia me hu anopa no ya corrected kama na very unusual of ayo no by ya corrected kama
Wasam na okay.
Efia man kwasa no making. Nti ya correct bibia kama. Nti ye be kasa.
Oboa. Na bibia ni me ho bia. De kai.
Okay.
De na hwan uhu.
Obobo ikure madam fi kwa.
Da so.
Ya tie obi we dan nsu ato ho. We dan nsu ato ho. Se Thomas mu area na nsu nto de ze hono so de e ho din papa. Ka so afo so pejo mu ze nsu nto je. Kumasi iso na dum so kumasi pra tum in fact atasuma so ana agrek nzima edum kania within the space of 10 minutes edum more than 22 times ship afina I am said obi gira baabi na wa share an old distance money no iti pay for pamcho mo hwe na mo tutu ne o mai nti na my specific go sa mia no aha mo hwe na mo tutu
ne wa ni chia na watching Yeah. Even before na watching every year, ya wada Friday, ne Saturday, Sunday, near my koso.
Yeah, near my koso.
Na, I say, when I won na was here, dear, for 4 party, no, yammy money. A coye man of bros.
Mamma mi chrome himasi.
Yeah, I do to one rossa.
Mamma mi chrome him. Banana, oh dear, hey, I do to one result so special. Or see my faban siamo. They will regret every baby piano was in vehicle. Nana wadaroma onti akonya no so kwa me kuro mu hima asem na making aseda PSA pa na me dey ma wo ana ye wura nso odi nantwie ba ye kopie oji fanko no mu ye nyina zo aswi na kopie oji fanko na basa kura ma fa ba ti ya chia wadaroma
gomu afete
yonko ni obi a emere mu odin emere mu oya emere mu anse ni nyina sa abere ni nyina na sa yonko no ono ne gina enti odi ye den kura kase ye kosa ho akobopo enye possible na nanu mienu mikro man hima adutumu amrosa ana afa gomu afete
yes
tese
na enye na nanu mienu kura na enye body na banche nso asante achima gogo akuafo hima na odikuro onso bae tese ye ne sa kwa bebre wa kira
ye bejibre jaza ayuwa na omode baba de ebidie susu dodo Beji ntoa mienu bi tum no onyakura peja sekra yi woni nyina de ababe o ba efe titumu ambo echi dom mesrem wo mu de ya shara nya special message obia obeboa bia ho nya beji bre na ya bobo nyina kama de amamo so atase ya beji bra yi nyina but nantwie yaje adutumu amrosa yaje banche yaje bodie yaje ahima ye ne mashia bibia ekokama atase ti da senne onyame de che ya 6 March the better in 69 years. Bompaye.
Se be ba betu ye nyina.
Eno na ehia.
E be ya ma ye fe.
Na afi abro adwene nti ase so kra.
Duke na prayer gas oven.
Say you know.
We yari na pen. Na ono ye nyansi afufufuro mu kra no wahabo. Fi se de e course no aye na bi so. Ono ade ne nsa na anwonwene sa gas oven na e bodwuma.
Osmosis.
E da o mase.
Amafo so di bi fifa ase o. Amafo so gogura no pa no. Oh. Enye easy.
Oso twitwa bia fan. Enti ya wie no na nsroma nso bai. Enura.
Ye timi anda.
Ya da kra na boy.
Ye timi anda.
Em say almost.
Say na ama ye PR kra na say no ho fa no bi say. Ye timi anda.
Na ne kra afam.
Hwe.
Enye easy.
Na ba hwe say me fam wo pa me designer say designers konya me tuara me sia. Ye timi anda backstage me control nyoma. For Saturday we. Enye adwuma eda form sa ba onyame ahode nti efia ho di o kampo
o anu ye fe
papa
kwa ni di agro
papa
wo mu nyina ya de me de ma asamo anu no because I can see the day obi be di kan obi be ebe twato wo mu nyina because nipa dodo be 20 ni aso no so abedu 12 ni aso no so ama abedu 7 na wo ka ho abedu final nkura ni nyina mo ya de na overall ayine de ekoma ohima Emily anenu anumra no mpo na asensi bi so ze kro bi wo ho nam so ofiri na akọ social so abehu anadwo no
adaje ni ho
jai nam say ye niema say ya na efe na TV no so kura wo se de family ni pagya kura no ne ne wo mo ye no a na efe ye do bia se anadwo amrado asi ehwe so agu no so kobra ni gira na so bonyom ne sa na nkeka ye nkokora na nka enwom no nko a
amrado no de eyi ni ba na say ba akoro ne ya se no me hona me ye dia o si me
amrado ha
because kwa nansi magro maje bagaja gaja
obesew emoji enso ebebese mu a enya agro yehowa emoji so be bonyum like artist on by any former and shoma
saga was who can correct you e fufu party get break a joy's blessing
also
I'm oh, no, me say latest when I'm trauma.
Forget. When you do a tray, you can't let you know and what you.
Oh, said your tray who here. Time out, unim. Even I'm a loser. I'm a winner. How do you know? Me man areas are.
Hey, and we jahine. Oh, my dear, we can mama Ghana yet the life from Thursday now. My dear, Sarah dear. Me assure by this said ready to be a quadru. One ever condensed or for me now, Kunkudru. Now, crying nyina ye stars. Crying nyina because a live bundle. One more mobile, one more because I say how many times I'm going performing live with a band. Yes, some crank to a way when you do a while, cray 2 things and my men and papa crono mo yam kada. And so cray 2 where see and my wawatan see me. One a chira woman so. Namishra mopa one of Nana, maybe Nana Dino, or Moyadi. I judge a 4 sponsor sales team. And name your bosses, Abu Piquet, Sister Sandy, and Kobe Shen, team Nina, directors, camera, sound, MCR drivers. Let me show you. We are money federal. No, this year I'm say a ban with full vim. If you know a bemana cocoa, a dear modini shim. Let me show you, papa. I feel dear do son, madam, my young head, the Boncratano, a dear bar radio for suit, and no pay yet chiamo.
Daily Graphics say President Mahama begins visit to Alliance of Sahel States, makes first stop in Mali. Nefonyini ewa hanu say. They say the mampanyata de no, the open pam no. Unse muda ho papa yipa. Jomama so no nyame ni o gathers bi o as a cat. Hey, the president as unim see cow. But they be other na action. And I want na do 6 match. Hey, na dia. Nana guy.
Nanya no kwa weekend so mo kodi
CTS. Nana guy.
Na Sunday dey be I so was spot obi say me who have me but like I said obi hwe no no man skills bi. Hey no. Wow, nyame e shout too much.
Yeah da.
Already age and understand movement na wo ye no. I'm here to run over. After so could grow.
Yeah. The President Mahama so ase. Ohwa bibi man say krunkrubi. So there be the international democracy between free so say there be nipa bi nye nko o. Ti sa man miensa enai bi no. President John Dramani Mahama say there be. Esi e ka omo nyina ben ye ho. Na etimi ne omotu anamon e wo do ene koro ye ne kebma me kebim. Ti sa anamon tu a wotu no o hwese sa nkuro omo so matete omo no. Obetimi ne omo nya kasa bi. Na omotima beka back eye eku ayate ho. Graphic anymore say Amenfi Man Bank unveils 500 million Ghana cedi collateral free loan package for MSMEs. Amenfi ma yedam wase. Most of the sunshine come say area to close down cement factories producing substandard products. Trade Minister Anna Ashe, Ghana Standards Authority say and they cement we kuni bo almost cement omo dey ma say fendi juma no. Enya papa. Enya papa o. Nti suma si dwa no modia na ni edan bubu na prepare nipa na SS nyoma bebre. And the minister Ashe Ghana Standards Authority hey mo gana sa cement when e ko gunu no so no. Uni na nkojina ansa nka se na yesi epe adwuma na ese na misrew ade na nya yesi enye yebetima ko fa kwan mi so atretre no so a ye ntretre na sensi kwan mi afei enko yenim enim ha yin na ehwe enim onyame adoma aban sika se mo ntoto yesi we si dey we afa odi we be for rules odi we be rural construction mu odi we be for hard say odi we be for education odi we be for health onyame admet na era to force ekodi sa nkomo no man pain na man sa tumi no se onko gina ne no onka se de omo sia ye nhye ne pepepepepepe na bibia enko kam enu achi no ana afi ye betie sim na yakoye nim o heard the new publisher ni man say we John number 1 and John number 2 nyan shewe number 1 beres no shewe which is Excellency John Dramani Mahama former president white president and mfonyi da han say we address yi pa Mahama not safe Techima South MP petitions parliament adey no so nyesi anani nua no kotwi ni na 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 bia no na ko kan was
even before be mampani asesa no mo yo
no otwi ndada
like
oh
like that.
JB Dankwa gave us the name Ghana. Stop the evil lies against him. Here are French marking Suna Akase. The Ghanaian publisher say minority leader cautions MPP against division. MPP among Kumuyi. Some papa will be now more say ba party. When you careful the M1 party. JB Dankwa Unkomo Ewahanum say. Afei Agalga in team for your lead defense and interior committee. Era team for your near Agalga interior and defense committee of Mashibijum. One idiom to ano. Meet Honorable Abinol Sasari, first female chairperson of PAC. Oh, Public Accounts Committee. Oh, good. Congratulations. The custodian say Doomso torments Mahama's government. Yes, my catch just some few hours back. Asante Mante, Matasumansu, Agrekins, very horrible. MPP will bounce back. Afenema Kennedy in Cranshaw Assembly Bank, our Vice President reaffirms commitment to gender equality. Professor Jane Nana, and I say
Professor Nana Jane.
Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. About Mamu did the ABL to be Mr. Ma. As you can remember, them two fathers. Oh, no, and if I saw all the mad, a mad was it? Young Sherman say, Mr. Ma. The Ghanaian Times and the groundbreaking research in Bruley Osa, Cairn University done invert diagnostic tool, first of its kind in sub-Saharan. Oh, wow. Really also the late president Jerry John Rawlings not pensioner a pigeon papa
this education and awareness in
okay so
you see na Cairn University so yes won school for me no be afim online.com or modern dey yes be obi ne kumu bi ba tim say e bia entertainment and society be can rando eno a odi agro no too much nti eno ehon some ohima Emily and ya crown and say and Shoma season 7 champion ti ehon so asem eno no na what de West Hills Mall yedam pedifon so as some de homa ye na ni papa even as atamo ye pompo na ehwa ye masa na MC so ese ye dona se Jerry Justice on so ya de pa ye dwuma ni nyina on the sister Sunday enye easy working with kids no enya agro say omo emotions nyina yenyira no so na ye fancy na dwumadie se Badwam no say na tie ye kwei akodie mu nsam no eba na fe wiki mu health tips no eye paresthesia paresthesia ahohyehyɛ be na ye ka ho asemi de tie bi ansa na hwe tie ne tofabo no fridge na de ekwa akosi ne fia da na obeti ase na se bia wo experience bia wotu ho anamo ye wie pe na nkomo ba ku mienu be beba semidi kan entertainment wo ho na fempensempensemu aba eno ne dwumadi se Badwam ti koso a mo afide no nda ha radio fosu ye chia mo yeda mo se mutie de bonkrata no kina nkwa nwode wo ho nso a de bonkrata na ye de bebro mo e wo radio fosu obi a wutie ye bia no koso ahwe koso atie ye ye kwa ba na agodie mu nsam atwaso.
Fantastic morning. Ye wakwaba. Emra so say ye de agodie mu nsam to aso say Badwam go kan see and a brand new week e wo March busumi mu and opa ye base na esi akonkon na Franco Trading Enterprise de esi akonkon a e nsam no e browser Franco Trading Enterprise phone papa fee ni ho and e ba ne fridge na opa mo bi TV na opa so a o me TV pa mo say wo he TV afili yes jumakoi na de esi akonkon sama ye de brewo Bernard Padibotwe producer keju wana kasa ni Erica Siedu Bwadi be shase area feed the various leagues across Europe over the weekend results blew out to say enwanwa In England, Manchester United and Arsenal draw Arsenal the Serie A corner league, you know, where Jamuan is a Liverpool a bogu are stretching the lead further. Sounds when Chelsea so it me bogu with the Leicester and I know England and only other matches a bass or no tension or the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid are back to winning ways, and of course Atletico de Madrid at drop your points. Only Zuya, you know, game on the the last minute cry and the boot at the Kamo into Ama table no so. Very, very interesting. Hebasa, the Nabasa, one more doctor, and one can team doctor, and one can see next one be a sono. Yachena, yetimi, postpone the game, no. Na actually, abo. Today, Spain, no. Germany matches also in France, matches also, in Italy, so matches echo. So now me share say a bit to me, ako England, yako Western England, and Swiss, but you're more England, this year. In English Premiership, I don't know games be a bass so. And all but now my table next something which is there, but the interest and the other results no is here the likes of Crystal Palace, Monfila, Mone, Ipswich Town, Mono, saying I'm going to so is here and I go straight into it and zoom into action. Fulham, Brighton, Bournemouth, Humanity move back with Liverpool, so boss Southampton by 3-1. I'm an table Nabo so pioneer some get to acquire. Now straight to Crystal Palace about Ipswich Town by a goal to nail. Na fiuko pimo Brentford, Aston Villa ko share Bako, Northern Forest, Madika Mwasha, Chelsea winning 1-0 over Leicester City, and then of course Bournemouth, Tottenham Mwasha 2-2, Everton Wolves, and so 1-1 way the English Premiership home so as some kakra anti any na wiara mamon send the table no so AC at here. Now in La Liga, Celta de Vigo and Leganes game no pacho and no 2-1. Yes, 2-1 for Celta de Vigo. Valencia Villarreal lead by 2-1. Alaves and so Villarreal 1-0 into Shannon to South Mame. Sanso na Sunday Tafi Atletico by 2-1 on here the shocker. Shocker, papa, Atletico per Liga, Tete was Ami about the 2-1 Real Madrid, and one say yes, and said, deep, I mean, more minimum 2-1, no more, about 2-1, the Gumo, Bilbao, and then Mallorca, the other so 1-1 Real Betis, about Las Palmas by a goal to nail, Real Sociedad at Sevilla, Ecobon, Cabacua went to me, Auntie, and Tiwanis and Spain, so the AC Eco, yeah. Now, young share, send Italian Serie A, and so Como, tonight, Fini, Venezia, about 1-1, yes, Como. Venezia ebo 1-1 and I face so let AC Milan ko bon come yensa amane team mienu AC Milan yi Inter Milan to win 3-2 over Monza into Shannon so South from Verona, Bologna bon 2-1, Napoli winning 2-1 over Fiorentina, and Empoli Roma kwa away eko share no Juventus Atlanta bon 4-0. Juventus for you so dear boy yan quite a French League na yan share send French League and so dear no AC French League A, saying a CTA Rennes, Paris Saint-Germain, a bono, a cap bakwa. And now Timo Bako, Leon Lille, at an future Montpellier Bonabako Brest, and we need 2-0 over Angers, Le Havre, and it's an Etienne Diana 1-1 Nantes, Strasbourg Bonacabako, and to me ante Rem, Auxerre. A bonnet 2-0, edition so South Mammy Sansu, the Nice, and so tonight female Leon bonnet 2-0. We the French League and you call the German Bundesliga, and Mosua. Now, Yen Shets and Yen also won some AC at here in the German Bundesliga. The Pacho Werder Bremen and Kwawi Koshel Leverkusen, that's also a shocker. And Tibam Munich Luzuya, Leverkusen, so Luzuya. I'm in the Champions League. I mean, say no one person will say, well, Borussia Dortmund so tonight, Emma Augsburg were born a cabak going to me anti Champions League for in Hotzenkel and the Stuttgart game on a year 2-2 and a Wolfsburg Nissen Poli and so a year 1-1 Freiburg and Leipzig game no a year 0-0 over 90 minutes until go. Hey, dear man, some cranny. Boy, it's a no idea cost so Hormona of him and so heading him. That's all about 1-1. The Battle of the Hanhams. Union Berlin about Eintracht Frankfurt by 2-1. Now, Yemra heard again in Premier League near Sen and so on some see at here or Honor has of winning 2-0 and I know Saturday and a vision and so Jan 9 so a second Biaso Petrevetron Lions about 1-1 in Tikashan so Sa Famame. Now, Okopimo or Medium out Tenafi and a Bichim Edipum so Bobby Chim coming and some Bichim Tikanimu back with Biani Goal Stars born nations by goal and Asante Kotokotina few ball Legon Cities by 2-2. Now, recruit Chelsea winning thrown over Accra Lions, Carolina Neighbors, Holy Stars, 1-1. Dreams near Diano Bia and Fabo Antonio Quantum Gokusimu, our Yabi, Miss Manyabi, Tiana, their course, so Tiana Shenimo, as a Iswatraman and the Samatas, Bebo, at 3 p.m. Nti we ni sane e hon sam so esiatie. Hearts of Folk na eje league no ana koroko na eje after say Hearts of Folk eje 3 points no ko je sro ball so but koroko abehye de koroko abetake over ko na chese no sane sam so esiatie. Now the table Asante Koroko on top with 37 points. Bibiani Gold Stars 37, Hearts of Folk 36 now. Winning the league realistic for Hearts of Folk now. Yes. Very realistic. Now, Lions, as we done 9 so ball Tosso and 9 or 34. The Numerian Nations 32. Medium Tosso of 32. Became Tosso song of 30. And I become Chelsea Tosso of 28. This was and a car Lions are as so more Macagina on a pump more and then the Ecoso and so Hodemo now. It is Barca on top of the league, Real Madrid second, Atletico third in Spain. And in England, I also saw teams say yes, Liverpool and Ajab also with 70 points. Arsenal 55 in this room is stretch here and a Liverpool stretch here. Wow. Straight to Songo Stake, Mr. Patrick Osajeman, countryman Songo, a Johnny on the line. Na yaneno Ashe. Dere or they bring their starting week, you know, our Songo Stake. Mr. Ajeman, fantastic morning. Yamuakwaba.
Fantastic morning. Na bibia bokodia.
Nyamia do bibia fine. Take remada bodwema mo jeje ma fusani de beda boade na se.
Fantastic. All right. I'm paying straight up. Songo State, me call Blasters. The selection to the national team, which should be based on merit. What I say, no problem. Bako, and he said Blasters, you know, selection to the national team, you know, should be based on merit. Obviously, who say your national team Blasters, you know, your fat players, and the national team war players are almost here, almost the fata, almost sa. Akumano Amodeno and Yedeno to fight for the national team. Player you abus who in ball and abus who bobono. But now when ye national team asset and asset player, when you be a national team, what to me a man of no mister and asset a ball game. Sometimes you hear Amodin for no, hear near Din for no, hear homegrown players, you know. Yes, your fat national team won the best players. And the co abrochiri near development or abrochiri Bruni Krum near herself going be as no ye players DBOA or more bo or more idea our national team near Dumwamba. Then we make sure that the home talent and local league, you know, so players a woman or more idea not your team for near Duma count. Na ama national team no aye that solid in the past and as the stars no nankasana eyana etie and as echo and you necessarily say chinchina because Ghana national team nipani ni mbokura na o abruchiri o se ekofa no nipani ni mbokura no na so Ghana no binti enye based on merit no o se fano and as be obobo Africa baby Unimbo Bokra, yes, you because you're friend national team, you're per se, and you balance in your friend. No, and yet about calling players to make sure the selection is balance. What I say, I mean, it's about calling the best of players. Blasters, a bit my year now. You don't look at player be any cafe only superstar man to the extent say you only superstar now. Oh, person. But I mean, who Peja Nipana do that? Superstar Nipa is superstar ye Munia or ye Edima national team. So we want players based on merit. Players are winning bar, no ball or self-fata for particular position. Winning bar, no ball, being a local, being a foreign players, and as a foreign based player. Black Stars selection, it me a call based on merit. I mean, it beats me up one national team na assign national team na akofom no national team na ene Africa ye PS and awomu ye ni omu si so omu ko mani jai ye bafom this ye bafom because countries be o na ko omu timi ni amobo but this time around omu timi ni bound to the sense omu share am ye timi my group beat there Angola, Niger, Sudan and Ghana, 4 countries we one group to qualify for AFCON. You have 2 countries to qualify. Ghana a place 4th. Ghana and place 1st or 2nd crowd group no to qualify. meaning that there's a problem. And a problem, no, ebinene selection of players to the national team. Goalkeepers were Ghana, talent. Ghana, goalkeepers. Don't call goalkeepers based on say, me person me balance equation, me person who say, yeah, scouting, yeah, proper selection into this time around. A could be asked to goalkeeper oneself at Takrano because of maybe on the club affiliation, Penini beating Makofanaba. Ghana, good goalkeepers. Ghana, talent, goalkeepers. Ghana, goalkeepers, forget about wherever the person is coming from. As long as Oye Ghana ni Kwa was Safata to be the goalkeeper and also to be part of the goalkeepers for the Black Stars, you have to call these goalkeepers. Your goalkeepers, and you see any goalkeepers. Ghana Black Stars currently your goalkeepers let here down. Goals conceding na being proper. What I say, any concession show and goals conceding in our Kamubi and the African Cup. A group of Niger, Angola, Sudan, Yentmiang, they unqualified. When you goalkeepers, so Ghana, and you see any goalkeepers, Ghana, and you see any players, and I say defenders, midfielders, and I say be attackers. Ghana, that talent, we have to make sure that a proper scouting. You understand? You start free, the league na bono. I mean, talent local league the talent local league the boys and I say players efimu ekwa brutile ebimu ko Africa continent Africa countries maybe Confederations Cup Champions League also African continent and I mean African teams in the are very super very good Ghana players be African countries are Black Stars and when given the chance, they only need the support. They only need the encouragement. Say yes, you can do it. You're based on merit, and you'll be in your Dubai, and your manager beat in your Dubai, and your agent beat in your Dubai, and your president beat in your Dubai. But you do what based on merit. Say Black Stars be this year 4 players are based on merit, and you'll be in your free player no. But ye nimso ball player say baby oh say he fan oh ye shana na more thing the discipline and near thing any ball na gas will bet me a ball to help the national team you need players who will kill themselves players who apart from so many ball players are who say on the day and go ye cry they can turn things around it Black Stars me moving forward, Black Stars bet me up on India. Then also afraid players based on merit. Say baby you feel. When you gonna need one or Sefata winning body, Mummy share see a fair players are almost Sefata based on merit to the national team Black Stars. And no, any bit massive some Black Stars so I'm a Black Stars at me up on him. More fire. 1 p.m. Ever to us more fire for fire.
Right.
More fire.
Well, fire, Mr. Patrick Osajiman, countryman Songo there, and then we ain't on fire. Yasha CC in just a Johnny be blazy, but that's Mr. Jiman. Was going to be Australia, see Franco Trading Enterprise, this year, Concordia and Sumner Franco Trading Enterprise. Phone Papa Fien, when a CCTV camera now pa a Franco Trading Enterprise, and so on a tabletop phrases, and say Franco Trading Enterprise. Smart TV from 32 inches to 55 inches in Abenyabi of Franco Trading Enterprise. And of course, from number 024546 422-338, 0246-422-338, and 055-593-9311, 055-593-9311. Yes, we and numbers a bit my friend Franco Trading Enterprise for number. You can't and no one ask someone or Shannon so mammy say, if you have somebody from Toronto can see Abro. Nake, yes, Mr. Justice Kwachijan, when I CEO of Nake Clothing Ghana. Fantastic, belated happy birthday going out to you. Now, no, Memenda, and now your birthday Nake. I mean, sure, my on Tonko, Momania more creative on Pejanko higher and higher, Mr. Justice Kwachijan. I was there, Padibo Tree, me producer. Yanawakai at the Nankasa can Kijwana home. Eric, I see the wedding now. Ubia or Bepimu, our Westels Mall. Now you did the final of Sherman SSS. Ya Michelle, a corner, a fair macacho. Sasi ye na ma ye yegu but mo ba ma na ya kono pa. Congrats to Emily for winning afi enstrumano. Yenhwe sane the next edition e bi ebedu ho no. Na ma wontafo mama mentafo nyina akotonwom ne bi. Na mo aye yini ade. Amza ye no besi ko so ha bedwuma pomudi won sana fiema kwata makrore to aso.
Yamwakwaba Adom TV Badwam Health Tips so midi Yefia amankwa tamaklo na fasedama endpoint homeopathic clinic mame na daromenti ene yetimede health tips bro 5 minutes yenche isi ehun se nkwanhia no moto ho na moto hyehyem sisi ye no 5 yebu ne tot de amount sebe ya pomoden no yenyina ebeti ase na wotwi mu nso nkomo ne hia ye papa paresthesia yesi burning sensation eno de wo ho no ma ten kase bia we de mba bi hihyi eno na ye ka ho asemi ana endpoint adaroma na nenso nyame adom ye ne Dr. Dubuaten ene ba be disa nkomo na wotwi mu nyina paresthesia ntimesro je brene tie ne ye ya mumye ntie wo ye adwuma nyina na wo wie waso na wotie kakra na wo hwe enso kakra wate ase don pato me mu akwa na bia boko ye da se paresthesia se no ano no na wotwi mu nkomo aye die no eno so ye condition be
yo me da se pa not until say me be ye doctor yi na me hu say ye tina adwaben ya bo ye bo in fact ye nanamum bi ene ye nuamum bi abo bi npa bebre baye eni kwasen se nka ade ene de bo nipa ne baye na npa bebre no ano na nimde anni ho ninti no so obi wo ho na ne ho hyehye no na wanyini kakra se wo ma no ewo sika kakra wo mo ho a ana no makoyi wo fi a yesi wo ene ye menopause ena achi wo wo ye be ma yesi wo ni andropause se wo ye obi na se wo ye wani afi ofie na wo hyehyew na wo ma so ne wo gan wo nanamo enkoyi ma wo mo a ene maame ko ye na ko wanu ma asemo na honto wo ma ye honto ayeso mpaebo no enya wo da ye be soja gu so because obi akwaso no obo mpa ye de ne ho kire no ene me wo soro agada o mi dwo soro agada gu no so na beba fie na mi dwo soro agada gu obi so na beba fie na wo na ete ho
ene ho sese no
na ho sese no a
no a
na nyo no a agrada ene edwa gu no so ne ye nim se yade ye wo abusua mu wo bo ho na obi wo se ne nsam keka no all the time nsam ko obi agitimu ama ne nsam nyina yekuro wow sa no ya se wo benya sika wodi benya sika me benya sika bo ansa ne nsa na dwodwo ye wo ho in fact obi tirimu timi hye no yes masa o ya abodam ko nkosa Catholic hospital eso so na bia na enya dambo enti ye ka paresthesia no a na ya hohyehye yade ye ka paresthesia no a na ye obi a bibi ne nam ne honam duanim obi o wa ase due obi wa ase worms bi ase ne komo bi ne nam ne honam duanim ye ka paresthesia no a na obi wa tingling sensations obi wa ase de mpane pins and needles wo ne honam duanim ye ka paresthesia no a na ye obi a wode ne ho ka bibi a ana wo ho ana ne honam ashoke no said the light e na ashoke no wo ho ana honam aye yi ye ka ne spasm ye wo ka paresthesia na ne obi wo ho ana ne honam baabi wo so no
ye ni achi
na obi wo ho abo se na ne honam baabi ani cold na ne honam hyehye no na obi wo ha nya ne hyehye akrobu wo kwada ne honam ya ne hye what is ne honam duani ma ne hyehye eno saa no ene ye beka se wanya bibi aka ne se paresthesia na paresthesia no ye wo mu ahodo mienu ye wo transient paresthesia ene obi ye beka ne se persistent paresthesia ye ka se transient paresthesia no a ebi afia wan na ho yi wan tenase yi na moja circulation moja na intimi an circulate yi it be abesode no na ananse achew kakra na wonan na agene kakra na wonan na edu kakra ugina ho a na ekwa na amabie mu a ye beka ne se transient na just say etwamu ene ye wo persistent ene de na just say medical condition na de ba na yade bi na tachiri na persistent na ye say obi a wo de wo ho de bia na anse chechew na wonan agene na ekona ba na wonan adudu na bibi ni nam honam duanum na waposo honam twetwetwe wa ye ka so wanya bi e ka na say paresthesia na ye medical condition the whole week nyina e be di nkomo be wie no bo hu de be wie end point homeopathic clinic sa ya de we bi ha wa wadawroma end point ye tu ase hu efiri ho enye spiritual condition it wa bo bi be yie se ahwohyehye no eye be yie dia na mpa che ko ne kopa na che no wan hwe na ho no me e na be ba wo so fe number yi so end point homeopathic clinic number ne 0244 867068 0244 86 70 68.
Let us say, Dr. Duboate, now what you want common no paresthesia. There's a burning sensation. Wabo so nyina wo experience bia. Ochina sabre ya saka ho 5 minutes yen che na yen to so Fred Dr. Duboate bribia na dwode said I would da na dwo no so beda. Ba hours you working hours ho no de ofre no bejo so. Wa cheche o mu bibia ha wa dwen bi ochina nkwa hoden ho a saka yen ho ebeto so. Yamwa kwa baby Adom TV Badwam dwumade no so yeda se papa pa yeguso yede aseda magana fo nyina wo dosonko enra mo be kire ye wo West Hills Mall Adom TV Nshoma season 7 man ye fe asatama ye pompo na nipe gina wona so no mo ye man ye fe nkra no mo ya de papa pa mo nyina mo ye stars because okono na den pa nti se mo bedru ho a mo nyina Yamishra munyina bako yen sponsors yempenifo PK Abu Kobi Eshen Jerry Justice Ampedu ni team no na Hwampo Sister Sandy eni obi a camera ne sound ne lights set designers sponsor sales team munyina mwayade ye ni somo papa adwuma mwaye na menkoso amoye ho ban se adwuma ye fo na bibia ye bia no yentime enye no ofew ne ani gie so fansom ya hwefo ene yetiefo ye ne asomo yedidi ye se sankura we da bia ye nyina be ya dansefo ewo won mabrabom yeda mo ase na yede ebeba yede birthday na ene no ye wo birthday fo ewa ha ai birthday celebrant no mo do so ene 10th March dodo no ana edi won awoda de dika emia menua kuma ketwa ai emia menua kuma kra mame pinamai ama osei bofa happy birthday enko emao ai we emia menua anti director mame enko achimra emse munya ready mame na da so no mame pinamai ama osei bofa happy birthday enko mao mame nyame hira nyame nya okese Oma sunfra dumu kwa dumu o papa masati eno mami yu eno unua na nobofa ye nyina no unua munkaye obi ya ye show happy birthday erade nkoso anya okese onye otire fa unsi mapom madwa so erade mie wa dwimu nyini be ye oba kese se wona na pepepepepepe erade nshaw ye do pa happy birthday enko emmom Afe happy birthday nko my son Daniel Akwasi entry Boama fa Daniel Tosomame from ne papa Abraham and always ne ba Daniel Akwasi entry Boama a happy birthday Akwasi entry Boama Daniel ne papa Abraham wish no a happy birthday Eradin show Erade nya okese oma wonyini nya bema mu a kokodrufo nyansafo na wachidifo nyina so nye enhira na we no free Adam Enoch Noah Shem family no edi wo mo onyina we say happy birthday said Daniel Akwasi Ntwibuama erade nhira na wonya okese kuzi se obeye kese pa happy birthday nso nkoma ma akone obusia nyina ma akone we say happy birthday Erade nkoso anya okese no nhira ma ofu Adom so enkwa adom musa ma akone nyame nhira papa na onya okese happy birthday na wasifo nyina nso enye enhira afi happy birthday nso nko ema grandma ena grandma enya 58 years Madam Eunice Eduamwa owo Dinat Pharmacy North Kaneshi happy birthday nko Madam Eunice Eduamwa Dinat Pharmacy, North Kanishi. Onana Munyina, New Beer, wish you happy 58th birthday. Arade nkoswa na onyo kese wani monte bia said dear man empowernum na arade miemia wapon mu ma unru umfi hie arade no ankasa ahye ede ama happy birthday nkoma Khalid yeah o papa ASP Rabani happy birthday Khalid o papa ASP Rabani na wish you happy birthday nyini pa be nipa kese ewa busua ne omai mum keka bia ma ho erade nye onim difo nso da bia do na be sie bia nye inshira happy birthday enkom ma afei happy birthday nso enkoma madam patient osei owo nkranza buno east erade inshira erade nye okese we efri nana amponsa akwa ho ena ode ma osei patient wo nkranza buno east onyame nkoso enhira no onyo kese pa sanso na happy birthday enkoma mama Esther owo kokro bite happy birthday mama Esther happy birthday nko ema erade nya okese na erade nhira nto nkwan na mu nyu frink kan bia mu mama Esther wo kokro bite we free pass solo eho na ode ma mama Esther ne daso Inyesho. Ti Mama Esther happy birthday. Mama Esther picture na ti Mama Esther ne da so no. Happy birthday Mama Esther wo kokro bite. Erade inshaw. Na onyo kese. Na ma sunfra dumu enkwa dumu. Yem birthday celebrant wo nyina ni me yesho so de wo ho kyerɛ Nyankopɔn ya adoma. Ba yen sanka na fe yen to so e wo ho ma obi a wudi wa woda na bia ye hunu no fa kyɛ ye. E da fa sedama Liran collection. Ntadi ba ko na hyeme ye na ewu fu wana uhu se mu odu ankasa Ghana man tenoa na edie no nti bibia ye Ghana die bia ode ye ohu bia no enu amu ana ye wo no se ye atade se ye wuti se ye ompaboa se bia bibi na ade to onsa bibia e kire se wo ye Ghana ni no ye na entume eboa nti upe design we be any bebre so a Liran collection oko Instagram onmo ho na enu ase de ye di kan aka na enu Ghana ye de pa ni nyina no ya Adom TV Enshoma season 7 no na eni ye pese ohwe kakra bia na wo hwe ye du ba bi no wada ye bo akire bi mu enso de ama nti yenko na yenko hwe ni a ekọ so se no si no ante yenka kwasi beba e de asemi di kan so ebeto aso medi de afia amankwa tamaklo yenko hwe Enshoma enra se de esi ekọ ye accept ni bi eni yi e de abrowe
Enshoma season 7, ya Badwam exactly a year ago. Hayana ni ejina, and you choose to win or Hima Perez. I didn't call Kenya and Dubai. The big question and Yebisani say, why Neji Cruano after Hima Perez and some meeting the sister son to be a guy. Mamma Kwa Bashonko. Yet free Kaswa can't important so pay. A West Hills more and a air bro. So by Hana Pasobe joining a quite the whole. Babeshu and Iswadia. Babe enjoy great performances from MOG and Amrado. Now, welcome to my red carpet. Man, how do I look? I look dope, innit? I was eager wear. I'm gonna pam my tidy at the mama, the material, and then the palming in a made in Ghana or home a track or more Tessano, same building with Starbite restaurant. Now, we didn't know Bobre.
Me free dancer sokwa. Me koye a dancer chai blosso. Me udi crow ho. And I'm a dancer sokwa trafo hene. Ha. Me.
Madam, why ain't it money?
Annabelle ntina me buy. Aha, yeah.
And the Cooper.
And the Cooper. Yes, yeah, this year no. And ntina me last one say me metama na kwa na chi. Na ye man nya fe. And ntina wo soma ye na ya ba. Ti me me hema and me chia me na buy.
Yeah, what am I ready in the Senna yam koton chia na enumere.
Me ra de nana kusi ampofo. The second.
Pia na nya nkwada ya da say what 2 months for say omo meta wo this year choba so dani den no bomudin wo show ni so adanse asokwa adanse wo bomudin pa
ya hwe pa nti bibia nso koso kama ya bompa ese obewini
na da kra na mami wo ya guy kra
you know yeah
mommy like yo I don't understand I don't get it I don't know your guy say dear na mama wo chi wo wi asa mami hu nei
ah e wi ase ba le na be ji ya ma meji hwi wo wi ase I say about in there, so you and why for me back. Why
I'm also wife, I'm 360. Ghana Mountain, or representing the so neat. Can take a cra, tie and die kakra. Damn, mommy, you are looking SSS.
Nana, then you some kitwo. And they are who say, Colana Majors on the high. They say, win and Yamina, you win and I'm because Omuna idea. And Adom TV and Stroma, finals in here. Wow, hey, Brana Baby, and Yasam Katwa.
Mommy, shut this house. I'm on my fine wave your mommy. That's right. Team Akosia, I don't know. I'm going to ask Mama who I have fed. Or who find Mama of the house, message to the babies, and then I'm going to find out there.
Pepacho, Obia a winner. Definitely competition be our first, second, third, fourth. No matter where you place, you've been able to get to the finals. Team Pacho, men go soon, man, at area four, so move vote, and last day, Charlie, move vote in a real swat. Namina to win and
Stroma, yes. My judges are ready. All the best buddies and Ejumano and somewhere and Ejumano so judges no Ejuma war musono. I don't wish to be them today, because I are tough sacks. All the best.
Oh, thank you.
Come on, yedede. Oh, a handkerchief for her. Only be a you set. Are you ready? Why are you ready? Him. And Stroma. I don't know. Koto, Nami Iwaya, hey, Sami Muni, Nami Dawasi, everybody, Manga Okasi, Atira, Sami Koto, Sami Koto, Nami Iwaya, hey, Sami Muni, Nami Dawasi, Obiara, Manga Okasi, Atira, Jesus, I am in one. Come on, Jesus, I am in one. Come on, make our cast. Jesus, oh Jesus, I am in one. Obiara. Make our cast. Same koto. Everybody, come on, Diamond so hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Why a crowd? Yes, Namine will be casa. Him, Namine will be casa. Hey, Namine will be casa. Namine will be casa. Oh, Yako, Samama Yasudina. Samama Yasudina. Mitro, Samama Yasudina.
After the judges no scores no any Ghana for votes nearby, third place, Echo Edima.
Wama me yem crash me. Third place no Echo Emma Star Boy. Oh, Mama, Enti the product P now so account mano. And Starboy is taking 15,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, on in your third place no. Okay. Enti second place no. Ekoma Annie Cooper.
I wanna be something, of course I'm a beer. Win-win, there's no competition. When I play with the souls that's silly, one man of it.
Congratulations, Annie Cooper.
I said it takes a
village. Annie Cooper is taking away 20,000 Ghana cedis. 20,000 Ghana cedis. In addition to air products and items from our sponsors. Ghana for voti. Judges on Swabba Juma. Yakika Bibia Bomuye. At a TV free Muye no. The Korea and say the winner, the champion for Nsuma season 7 on Adom TV. Ekoma. Now me can say more beka one. Tali ochna be ko aduma yen kama yen kofi. So the winner for Nsuma season 7 on Adom TV, Ekoma Ahima Emily.
There be a make out of can say the cimetière. There be a make out of the infamy so and count near you be so and far in fremo. Michiano permitted the aquasi in say a semi cabre and a edrusing. An opinion because they because of my moi. Say I'm yenny am ramfiana and see from so maya. A bit baby in a beji in I sem. Meridi and pedophobia report here abana and encouraging. Safedi and Nuboni and a Ghana mebunu at the siso. Now, I was me woman said 35% of a memory year and said Nuboni. Ewo junior and senior high schools. Eti enkana because of more GSS ne SSS. O my Ghana mabunu ya afedie watie si nubone enom so. Asefem papa. But I think something radical needs to be done. Or see me any brace or mine. And yet top one kwa from our 4 to 1 night name quality sample temu. Yenim senka enka nenka obi etimi tie obi ba. But another kind of system, the kind of family na ye running no. Ama obi etimi tie obi ba. I don't to be cry shark or any crown correct no. Hey, dangerous the amae. O me fanya good ye. Sabi penu wakase so obi apeba jimi fo agudie. But obi ampena wo. So enya dia I'll say look at this drug addiction a pervasive problem among Ghanaian youth. And who read this our story where ya? Charlie, like look, 13% of Ghana emebunu enum ensa. 70% use marijuana. An increase from 2023. Enum di kakato 35% of Ghana mebru ya enum no pone no. Ewo junior high and senior high schools. And I can't story record all breaking it down. There must say 13% and somewhere 70% ye marijuana. And about could be a red I say. And no na yes is a power suman sana. Everybody nyam. That time when you say video na. Hey, asembe kura no man yeti hui. Say no me say red no mu a ma ye sign. You say kwabna ni bi free baby power sum. But I ready that me nhwe me am say two I say me nhwe bi. Yes red. Ah, Debbie. Ayehu. Hwene mabruye. Na no ade abenum no num wie na oyɛ saa. Yesu obi fire be power so man sa na wani aba ho so. Why na premier this say no way ewura Ghana? Ah. Why na premier this say no ewura o my Ghana mo? Food and Drugs Authority. And now no tramo, and now grammatic some say tramo na ho dey conform. Tie so makofa red ne dia ban. Why na me this say no way ewura Ghana hanom? Why mo na ton? It's a serious national security issue. It's a serious national security issue. That's my first video no. Say manum red I signs one pama sumwa me to be active. That first video no. E mabru na anum red on my saying no. Share. Charlie, this is a serious national security issue. If 35% of Ghana mabru ya and num say no boni e junior high and senior high schools, we can't sit aloof as a country. Yet me tase fiesa and share them from e man me say enya me bantim nyam asem. E ye die na atiesie. E ye die na die na aba. Ah, Madam Mimi. Food and Drugs Authority. Why na this sir in no way ever Ghana happen? Because so far the message say yenye sir no Ghana ha. Sir no yesi yenye no ha. Eti why na ama ho kwan ya ye di wura Ghana ha no. Ye dey say emabuni. Omanya 58% of your population eye mabunu. Eti no bonni ese omwana. Kakra na woni bria no wafa wiem hyenko bi maso. Oman ya fe ne ke hia maburu se betimi na chichiro oman no emu maburu do na atupia fa jan ekonkrofa maso e de sa hoode no be sisi oman no ekosi so bi kro enu te koda kakra aka chire na ye no so hwe chire so a hwe kakra na aka chire ni koni ye no mu nyina na chire fe okeze ye nyem kwado mo nko ye hwe chire no ezo hwe e na fre no bone na atesi omo so. And I know DW TV from Germany, a documentary be. That time so I saw a documentary na DW TV for documentary no. Yet the kakra. Net ye twemu ama ye the Northern Ghana about anybody mabru no enom.
Uppers and downers in a potent cocktail. Karim and his friend Shirazu are dissolving capsules of the synthetic narcotic tramadol into an energy drink, all topped off with a joint of cannabis. It is an intoxicating start to the day. They say the drugs numb their worries about their bleak future. They prefer stupor to the reality around them.
The reason why we are taking it is because we don't have job doing.
These young drug users have withdrawn to the cover of the Boabu forest, central part of Tamale, to take their drugs. All of them say unemployment was a major factor in triggering their substance misuse, and most say they would like to kick the habit and find work.
A job could help me to stop taking drugs. We want to stop the drugs. Nobody prays to be taking drugs all her life. You were born to prosper, but not to be a burden.
Cannabis is illegal in Ghana, but it is widely produced. Tramadol is legal and increasingly misused. Efforts to limit the strength of the pills on sale have largely failed. Ghana's Food and Drugs Authority says smugglers import dosages many times stronger. One dose can cost as little as $1. Authorities admit they are powerless to stop the trade.
Where do they come from? Where do they get these things? You just go to the market soup, they run away leaving them. We go to Savulgu market and they run away.
Health professionals say substance misuse is not solving the user's problem of joblessness. It is making things worse for them.
As long as you are not able to think well, you're not able to feel well, it means that it's going to affect your behavior and productivity. And the young ones are those who are actually into this addiction challenge. And so it means that they become individuals who are not available to learn a skill.
Karim used to be a fashion apprentice, and Shirazu was an art student. Now they say they want to be free of their addiction and have their lives back.
Eti, where DW TV, and on Ghana, about a documentary about drug addiction. I think we're somewhere 2023 or so. Drug addiction here war in the northern part of Ghana. And no team common in the part of the Mabundum no make say in last one can say a numa any. But you see, I also think say we can continue to say a numa any hunty and a menum do bonnet. Because unuma do bonnet no Bank of Ghana form from our appointment letter. Okonom say do bonnet no. Yam fro say baba ye adwuma FDO. It is the first say adwuma no yes a issue. You say a buy pekwe betimi afa so a ye better tackle unemployment wo ye man. But the first say enuma eni ho no doesn't mean say fa konom no bone. Enu ties my Food and Drugs Authority papa ne kind. Ye de enya ye o. The unapproved route normally every so ever. Every challenge of this nation has been unapproved route. Every car yenye. So ye near break as on my pan ye see a person ye mani 2 poker anymore. As you can't even ye be fasa so called unapproved route no one. A man for sick penti was say what made that. Now, oh, share the business community. One person musika be Ghana mu a ade ba ko a edimu titima ye pa ye say Ghana your manya ye what dache because ye man mabru ne doso me say 58% of our population ye mabunu. So ye timi am protecting this generation, this future. Near the no bonne etisimu say ya o man ne dache no e wo hefa. And on the floor of Parliament. Honorable Zaneto Ajma Rollins. What's in the constituency? There's a cluster of school. Fachem refidino. One and no send no boni be etiswan ma. Ayakayaka dia. Omedi ye du shafonya de ketua. Now, a people should cost you the sense say, ye lion kwadani be into this act. Tia Zaneto Ajma Rollins.
This particular phenomenon that we're witnessing is quite shocking, actually. As a matter of fact, in my constituency, we have a cluster of schools, the Niamugi cluster of schools, where people who are addicted to drugs have actually invaded the premises, where they harass children, they harass the teachers, and recently, in the last 3 weeks, one of the security personnel in the school was attacked by a gang of drug addicts and is now in 37 military hospital in a coma. Mr. Speaker, the ramifications of this illicit drug inflow into Ghana goes beyond the large scale, but it's affecting people's lives. It's affecting the security in our schools. It's affecting the security of our ordinary citizens. And Mr. Speaker, the law enforcement agencies responsible for this need to be strengthened. We had up until a few weeks ago collaboration between the U.S.
Okay, it's member of parliament manager of Kloteko constituency. Honorable Zaneto Ajma Rollins, and also how one so FMB the constituency. As a result of drug addiction, yeah, equals to a maimu. Safiromunum, we are autistic school for that church for a one so. And yes, Sibamo. Because the thinking is a juvenile. Let's keep the other video now. Young call recommendations are UCC 4 year and Shemubi na University of Cape Coast. No the recommendations be according to Magana, but that part of my slide no. Now I'm finding I have for now. We have no mind and in pen for also. So this is a recommendation by University of Cape Coast. On Quebec, me first tackle drug addiction. I said the National Drug Law and Enforcement Agency should aim at establishing, maintaining, and securing communication to facilitate the rapid exchanges of information concerning offenses and improving international cooperation in the suppression of illicit traffic in narcotics, drugs, and psychotropic substances. Eti NC yamwa se be ya information betimi aflow ye na eno achi wona edi ni pabone se wo sa enubone we hu no e betimi do mafa oman amamra kwaso be ka bisa se sa enubone no ehefa ne free ede eba menka ye cocaine ade ani ye next level kura enoko osu ena ade a boys be bridge na traffic light as ye ton ade enso cocaine ye ton boys be bridge na traffic light e wo osu na me wan say IGP ni mpedfo ni ema traffic light na wo police headquarters ani won na boys be bridge na honom cocaine no moton esa wo drive here ye din na hwesa boys no wo the 4 best 3 times no betimi wadwu betimi akoso na we the kind of cars you moko ho ade so moton ku ya ade akase be wo betimi akotro ka makoto ho but o just trotro for na we the kind of cars or the ade ko ho koton boys be break cocaine ye to honum etem was say please from adwen kra maso now the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime should collaborate with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, the International Labour Organization, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, World Health Organization, relevant non-governmental organizations, and the private sector to develop, promote, and disseminate resources to help governments strengthen the quality of their primary prevention work. If you come back to me first, we boss had we a bang. As I said, you come up with swing, you know, say. Omo kan no mo aban na aban timi fa afutuo ne ekon betimi afa so a ye be kundi etia sa ne babon mu ni e betimi atu employee pa. The last one ya me pick peer educators, counselors must be available in each youth institution or group to act as support and positive pressure for those who desire to keep away from drugs. Eti yema counselors and also now the northern Ghana semana ye ken the northern part of this country semana ye ken un say em say minstro na meka rehab center krani rehabilitation center krani ho ba bia mabunu enum no bone bebrebe no rehab centers bebrebe krani ho no eti akwara akwara so peso twene ni free mu na anya obi obetimi akanso ne yepa na bia ye betimi asa na krabi ni ho enanu menua George Paria the Minister for Youth Development ekwa Adom FM o chere me boss video ndi akyerew. And I want to believe that she no caso between one. I was only chief director di kobo about similar situation because they are alarming. 35% of Ghana mabunu ya enum no pone ewo junior and senior high schools. Yentimi transesa. We can't also accept this excuse to say unemployment in and a man in costo. No. We can't accept it. Why mo na amam kwan am say no ebo memu why mo na eton say no Food and Drugs Authority should act. Customs officials, FDA for penipa now tier our DWA report kase unapproved routes the woman the doorso and now for the nam so the ra omaimu. Customs officials should act. Me do the questions here. Ochina yebetwa so memma BBC report so on the mabunu ya enum say no boni bi say ma body DWDC we dey kire. Memma BBC documentary on a mabuna enum no boni e wo yemman mu. Because University of Gold Coast, Joy Business University of Gold Coast, I can't add the album so to answer from for this year's Gold Coast Leadership Conversation 2025. I said that near March 22nd. Topic near global leadership and corporate governance, strategies and sustainable business growth. Penny Obekasa was here, ASS, Sam Jonah, renowned business leader and statesman. And TN share. Exactly 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Ebasu Gold Coast Hall, Accra Business School. Admission is free. It will be a man who can bet me a faswa. You boy, my bet me a boy and cassa. Open to be a phrase 0260 500 444 0260 500 444. Or mine combination antenna pump for a crado. Or the pese mu air to us. I can see any a sebi edika macra.
Asem yidika.
See you box yourself. Yeah, that's what Timothy and Kama say Timothy Abre. Brass said the last leg on our show, Badwam, they shall say 5:45 a.m. near the Bedusa and Peppers. Intia, a fireman, Kwakejua, a sister Sandy be a guy, Aquasinsia, Dominina. The team is led by Dominic, Kofi and Pedro Welbeck, ably supported by lawyer Kwajo Fojo, Aquasinsia, the great man himself, Weber. And we have the next 55 minutes to say thank you for being a part of us. And a Juada, the 10th of March, and the big days tomorrow. Unyame Aduma, said the man penny be tram for Yinichre, if we Yinachino, and Yakasabim, or no one in Shishaya or Digu Aquem, said the Beya. Ghana for the next 4 years. Now, Fibia the Sankuntebu Badie. But I think Kuntebu baby a nature additional upon acquire oneself a numa and all those things. No, I feel the Ebexicas sooner a bit media mama departments, agencies, and special initiatives under His Excellency John Dramani Mama. And to be our interest, don't forget that on mine is Casam Honto Trienne Huaquancheno. Say a kind we are afraid they will the vibrancy in our ministries, in our departments, and in our agencies. Afraid now. Presidential initiatives nankasa so no ebejiegua ebeko all out, and this administration am I their word that ade bi ebeya magana ni especially emabunu no omasitinem etimi edimu na wi peyo ni padodo na so ho ahare omo no eno one major focus into areas are omodi kan tackle education, the economy, health, road, and the fight against an illegality called galamsey. Nti san komono ana nyame adma bigiri say the finance minister betwa san for ina kire echina, but I hide here a lot of people will continue to say they are surprised that our good friend here money di ono ankasa nye surprised because or say surprise is not a good word. He is very hopeful and focused that once the NDC is in power, he has accepted that Ghana must move and must go on. Nti surprise being in his time. He makes all things beautiful. Ojidi said his name is still in the books of records. He's not been avoided. He's not been ignored. Into one more text message, the man himself is good to go. Tikaka baby, the best one say, yeah, I mean, it will be our Badwam Asempa, Adom FM. You know, tonight you may be we are tried and tested. We always have the belief. Say, what buying was on Kwandia, a buying should remember you, for you to also contribute your quota towards the development of the country and your party. Ina momwame munyina na me welcome my good friend Alhaji Nasiru. Alhaji Kwaba.
Yenua.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Badafu ba ko hajja be muna ba wa na catch him Rashid Ba sister no. And I catch him last week say apart from the last 10 days of my fast, I should give myself a try and uplift my spirituality. It doesn't matter being a Christian. Fasting has spiritual connotation. And I may say, oh, and the mess sure that him actually did be. Now my say, a bit too much. And you cry.
No,
I'm
actually do.
I don't come do. It do if you 12 manums you.
And then Janina would have much. Then Janina would have much. And in that,
manums you. Wow, dear, to tell me again, so problem, you know, what
but I think it's the state of your mind, how you tune your mind. Because sometimes you can go the whole day wounded, and Bawa dream would say, wounded.
Yeah, that's true.
And you don't feel anything. But a Bawa dream can say, hey, me did the whole day. But I thought it's the 10 days special.
Beyond that is the health benefit. It's interesting. You cut the detoxification. I don't think
organic
something beyond fasting.
Can do that, man.
I'm telling you, because it helps. You know, the system will force you to change even your diet. When you'll be able to depend on fruit, and you depend on the fruit because I don't have a BA system no more for you to be able to eat something solid. And it detoxifies you. One can out too. Maybe something has changed drastically, and it helps you moving forward. Except to say, what we also eat, should be from time to time. Doctor for say some of the acidic foods are not suitable for breaking the fast in the But apart from that, it's richly very, very, very good. I mean, they at least within the 30 days, Robin TV 10 days.
The last 10 days is the most significant time.
Oh yes, because we believe in the night of light, Laylatul Qadr, which appears within the 10 days. The last 10 days.
You are not sure of the day I be up here.
No, you are not sure. So, you have to reinforce your spiritual mood. Na bonfire kesiye. You to say when you are lucky and you meet that night, bonfire boni na yankopon. Ejis hampai bono. Ema ye maun shirasronko. And many have testified. Say indeed, bibia abwa. So collectively, the system, the mood, everything is kind of shaped by the fact that obia something very good. The acceptance and so from people who are not Christians. Oko school. I remember your training. That was last year before the election. Political party activity, I got training with Winneba. And by evening, around this time, by evening, so the hotel had to quickly find a way to adjust and make sure that by evening, our package comes.
Will be different.
I was at the military training and fasting, and quickly it was adjusted. One more fast. I think somewhere along the line, imams no advise we can continue with the training without, because it's a tedious work and in service of the nation, and we can continue with the training without the fasting. But there was that collaboration. School, Nkwalano school, many schools in there. Where mom will do an or Munina, Adriania, Chairman, Nkwalana, no pay anyway, we must say the Abraham, you're canning in our bone, so that collaboration is helping us also do it smoothly and we accept each other.
Okay. So that's just, by the way, not necessarily being a Muslim, but you can be part of that spiritual exercise.
Mama, maybe pay dates, but I change them as a date and it makes you put on.
But
that's what I relate on.
Because the sugar,
put on,
the sugar content. Yeah.
Okay, so Uncle Tom said jumpy because I was paying forgive him. Yeah, introduce you got a bam zam or this seems sad. Or also back Tommy T.
On my hand,
Bibi Ewoko.
Nyame adom.
Good. Party no Bibi come.
Oh, Nyame adom.
Were you part of the 60th?
So
you couldn't go to the 60th JB Dankwa Thanksgiving. The doctor went.
On the 6th of March, he traveled. He was out of the country, but Oba, I think, was it Friday or so? Friday or so.
Did you see the uniqueness of the celebration by the new style idea, Bano?
Which one?
The Independence Day celebration.
Say, what Jubilee House?
The uniqueness, you cut everything to size.
I like the short duration there, but being at Jubilee House, it's been done before, At the time, I think during the COVID or the cohorts, but the time, it's perfect. As for that, I'll give them thumbs up for it.
Okay.
Because I like some long speeches, go straight to the point.
But is the impact still being felt?
Why not? Why not? I feel that at the back where some of the say there should be a message that you take home, a message that will drive you for the whole year. So you, as an individual, will also want to do something
for your country,
build Ghana.
Once you celebrate that special day, what is your contribution towards Ghana's
development for at least the next year? That is something we should drive home. So people will now go and see that, listen, it's not just about, say, me Ghanaian keke, say, me tena ho, na me shede, abazi na maso me tumaye, ma mpuntu bi aba man, and it will help us go a long way.
Any expectation tomorrow?
On what? Budget? Oh, yes, I'm expecting them to, may expect some tax also, especially taking out the betting tax, taking out the e-levy, and taking out there are 3 taxes no more can say on be. Nti me expect to say omu year be ma tax na ba fom pa. Nti e bompa ye say mosi omu kan no on be di on asem so na omu yi tax na efi ho. Oye dem obobo ahia nyina because I think the taxes are MPP we've always advocated for moving from taxation to production. Yes, started very well, but somewhere along the line, with the coming insurgence of the global economic crunch, we had to reverse that because now we needed to find ways and means of getting money to pay off some of the debt we had to incur. It will be a good thing. I always believe, say, the more you tax people, the more people find ways of evading taxes. Once the tax comes down, it will be a good spot or a good way of making sure that people will now contribute. And now we should how they are supposed to calculate their own tax. So people would appreciate. Say, if I'm to work like 50 hours within the year, this is the total tax I have to pay. As maybe a nurse, as maybe a doctor, as maybe a way. Yes, sir, people will now be able to calculate their own tax. Yeah, that's na hona GRA nya but now I catch you there. Oh, now and there's a more tax and this year your tax is supposed to be so much. You don't know how it's calculated, but you take it as it is because someone is telling you.
So tax education.
Tax education and tax breaking down to make sure that people appreciate the need for them paying taxes.
Whose responsibility then?
Is the GRA. The person who is collecting it from you should be able to let you know and appreciate why you are supposed to pay, how they calculated this tax for you.
So at the end thereof, at least it should be felt amongst us as citizens.
Yeah.
So you are looking at especially 3 areas: betting, e-levy, and the other one as areas. As to baby, I'll bring it up. And maybe I'll finish almost soon to baby.
Yeah. So that the tax burden will come down.
But how can the government also make money?
But they promised us. They promised us that they were going to do that.
Say, oh, a buy a chair.
I'm on Crawford Parliament. And how many before?
They
it
have.
was 137. No.
They have.
It was 137.
They have representatives in
Parliament. And I 137.
But only privy to every detail.
You are privy to everything. You are privy to everything. You are privy to. Officer Tina has it. Yeah, you are privy to Nyamagozo. You are privy. I'm telling you.
Really?
Oh yeah. You are privy. Master, you are working with people there. If you can create the links and the connection, so that say, oh, sports, and when you leave sports, whatever is going on there, you know, then you are not a politician.
So you have traces all over.
Okay, I say it means the late it means of my friends, the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Was this sports at that time? Obi no to me go to my hobby. Obi Okobi a on check. Because he had grounded himself. Everything
so
that
in
was
effect, you are
happening.
giving a very good information to the NDC to ensure. So
Who passes I'll get one person. Who passes Obia? Even your own people will come and tell you. Your own people will come and tell us. Because Obi Wawa, the Ninja Debia wo home. So they'll leak it.
So you are contributing towards the leakage of classified information.
It's not leakage. You have the right to information bill.
So go through the process. Why do you want
you can
to
go through the process?
That
But did I tell you that I'm going to use
you have informants
force? Did I tell you? I can't just say I'm going to use force ways of getting. I said I can get any information I need.
Into what do you know? About any excuse you be if you know onim dia koso dada.
Yes.
You don't expect any excuse in this budget
at all. At all.
You see,
now more prepare budget. You see, the minister is part of the process, but the main people are prepare budget. What ministry? The basic they say
What then is the relevance of the National Economic Dialogue? If you are talking like this,
it's to get information and feed.
But we have the information already. That's what you have said. If we have the
National Dialogue, no say reporting beba. See whether it will be any different, any serious difference in it from what happened in St. Chair, from previous meetings and forums. See the difference whether it will be anything significant. We know our problem. This country, a Nimian problem. But the only thing is the people to use to solve the problem.
We don't have the people, or people are not patriotic enough, or people are not ready.
That's the word you have used, patriotic.
So the problems are staring at us.
Yes, and we know the solutions. But we always sit down now. You say, oh, and I want to be and oh, my fa win ye. Oh, where do you mean trust no? Into me, you say no. Maybe I be foul. Maybe I want maybe foul. No, so meaning very well say maybe foul issues were.
So it's going to be another 4 years of talk shop, or this time a big change in terms of implementing what we believe should be implemented.
Yeah, share budget in the share budget in and it will tell you the tone in which you are going to move. Whether it's a positive tone or it's the same.
But so far, I'm sure you can confidently conclude, say, it looks very beautiful.
Which one?
Everything about this administration and what's happening.
Every administration looks beautiful at the beginning. It is a offer bride abefie.
So governance is like that. You are enjoying the first,
At the moment, they have the goodwill of the Ghanaian people.
Is it sustainable?
That is where it will start from tomorrow. When they finish reading their budget, that is where you bet nasi a pensem. Then now we come out and say that let's go. Okay, I said my mom was 6 months. I was waiting for all these things to come out, the budget and everything. Because when you start, after taking over, and tell me that the country was run criminally minded, then I know where you are going to. Then we know how we can take ourselves to that place.
But if you go through the present state of the nation, there's an admission that it's a challenged country, it's a challenged economy, but just like he did for Dumso, he will fix whatever situation.
The economic parameters are mentioning, go and check when we were taking over in 2017, whether what we've left for them is not even better than what we took over. Go and check all the economic parameters, the growth, the GDP, the inflation, about maybe 23, and we took it around, I think, say 15 thereabouts or so. But go and check all the economic parameters and tell us whether then if ICE is criminally minded runner, then theirs was armed robbery run. Theirs was armed robbery. Let us not play governance in a propaganda way. When you start that way, we will all go that towards that direction. And says me criminally minded, and you want me to come and sit with you and discuss economic.
Adwene na odi di djuma na odi bu man na emu orem na ehu na eya na atete. So those ingredients
na boni a me pese me fa bibi wo
adwene na
criminal
adwene de ma be hunu
boni
de ma be hunu de enye boni na ewudi na be so di a ebia na na ma ba akomienu miense bu anka wontu di ma adwene mu no me be hwe kire se na wasi aye onu ma basa no me gidi se wonkuta adwene papa
enti me so me hwe time me hwe wo de na echi no na eti se ma wo atwitu esi Ghana for so am robbery na ye nyina ye call that way. Would it help this nation? And when you finish, you call for unity. Would it help us? Is
it not okay? See, I draw attention.
The onus is on the president that when you are calling for unity, come with clean hands. Don't insult me and finish and tell me that, oh, member, it is not done anywhere. One guy be order. Oh, na ye the year wa be order. What for papa say, and I wouldn't have penny be say, only my only a drink, or ye re or yes, now we are not catch us, oh, bra, Nayan Nayanka, a bush answer. And do you think he will sit down with you and talk to you?
Alaji,
I will not say no government in this country, a buy no on year share. Neither will I say no government in this country, or buy no Bonnie Bian home.
You see, meaning the but
utterances.
Yeah,
should be guarded.
But that's beautiful. But I quite to say, Alaji say, more opposition, i.e. this time the MPP, or we are very rational. Opposition member be a very rational human being. There's only problems. Only I would think he say if I am past, so that's even a era of the okay. Rational human being conversation. But I don't know, say Bishop Chimodia, say more yeah, back here, Bobo Shaz, hey, we be before you, hey, we be before you, and then about character, then as a monkey be see that. I don't understand it.
Me here say you best set parameters na right. When you set parameters na right, is the clarity I will ho. Am obi a betimi ajaji. Indeed. Miniano, I try to say, be honest with himself. I mean, speaking to the extent that one because I will raise the alarm. Say, intimu for so he justify positions. I NDC for take is and a bit more. I will say you more free on any account. But beyond that, I will say yet yes, say economy per the data. Ye be share. Ye enim say near His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Jah 2016. MPP4 be fire, and yet no, and MPP4 Jah 2024. Will move free again. I mean, it is not and it cannot be the same. Indeed, idea MPP4 Jah a serious disaster. In the sense it's say, well, they don't worry yourself with anything. Na NDC statistics na Womujaya na a car Ghana yedi. Na womo etumi etua saka before eja economy yentumi enyede entua aka enma womo de yede womo ka before the debt restructuring eba yema womo kra efie womo de sika because one of the safest investment ewo oman Ghana mu say obawakoto aban bonds ne ne yakeka ho I will be any. And say abansi will need scout between house capa. So clearly you cannot because minimum say me the kakra 100,000. Now also the car bear 200,000. That mean 100,000 and a mutua. Wo ba no so unchivintua. Now so sika ye je no wo je ne pepepe. Me so saa sika ne bi na meje. Went to sika no for some years. Enti na sikana na wo jono ma wo laxity bi anka wo say wo de bi papa bi then ene ye e dia esi ho. Indeed, when we do a critical analysis of the events economy, factual where data statistical service and CASA data. Whilst the NDC edged inflation by 15.4%, and before raising election inflation, equal by 54%. I mean, this is a fact, a worrying data. So you can't tell me that war free power no idea NDC no will obey any sense. I mean, we will not accept that. Nobody, no reasonable person will said that. Growth rate at NDC was 3.6. Would you know about down to be 2 point something to 3%? What do you know? I want to say the budget deficit at NDC 6.1%. The Biomudi SCO Ekase we have zero financing from the Bank of Ghana in 2016. Would are the better 12%. So all these things clearly indicate these are the signs and data will be able to media comparison, not the propaganda. Now let's come to the issue. As per the questioner will be say, is it the same to answer a better? Then you will look at a bino and say, well, my just take only last week. One, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Etuanamon, the Sahel regions now, and then one was some Abayani walk within the sub-region. I have attended a lot of road show with a buying road show when we were in government ending 2016. Yeah, quite. Obian go home kokate say wo be investment wo Ghana wo 35 million people. Baby o. What yeah the ECOWAS numbers no and ECO road show. Because what by your investment to Ghana, then just say you have access to this entire ECOWAS market. In this ECOWAS market, challenges were what? Then it means your ability to even attract investment is challenged. Why never with 35 million people say, or the Sika aiming at 35 million people? The numbers doesn't add, encourage investment. Inti Nepano and the initiative for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama take with the Sahel region. I've not seen any president within the sub-region. Because when we had our own president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, apart from reckless, I cannot, have any other word. Meka say, all Kanfa, Burkina Faso, any Niekika about their regime change, any attempt, and even directing the international community to the extent say, to go after them. Where your neighbors, John Dramani Mahama is not doing so. John Dramani Mahama is looking at bringing them back together. Now, so clearly, that is only last week. Clearly, you are seeing a departure from the normal to a new status quo. You say before forever. In the same last week, yet the Minister of Energy, under the directive of the President of the Republic of Ghana, Ghana said they have finalized and they are going to move on to build another gas processing plant. Apart from Etwabo, and NBCC, and this is a game changer. The gas processing plant would stop us from flaring our gas. Yes, saying here because we cannot continue to go and buy gas to Abuchiri. Wabra ye fan war a gas they be or say ye 220. It's say near gas processing plant near war at Wabo aim to me and fire and gas in Nina. They must do something about it. Yes, our gas processing plant we are a sign so SAV and CD. Yes, can one holding against the foreign currencies. Why? Because yes, it's a CD and koto gas and the power generation capacity. Your gas needed investment I bet me indeed a turbo gas project one of the projects that about BRC you can really do investment if it's good. It will pay for itself and give you profit. Abayano to sign a mono gas processing plant because that is the only way out. and go and ask in the industry what that will do to our electricity generation, what that will do to save and make our economy stronger than it was.
So your belief is that it's a total departure from and
everybody can see that. Why is it that for the past 8 years, I buy Sika Womunya, whatever they got, in excess of 700 billion. Now, once Nasekran Vino who said, you cannot continue to flare your gas. You must do something about it because over to an Abandi Abayet a 12 gas project. Nay, end this Yabai. Wo buy an anchor, also ye be anchor today. John the Man Mahama will not be wasting time and resources again thinking of doing that. Now, or for ye before for Amaye stabilize the economy. And these are major steps. And take the finance minister. May Barbary the budget. Budget, you know, the heartbeat of our economy is largely dependent on your market women, Makola for any the account. Finance minister no answer them, send you now for yata air, and fund your man to come and bond numbers and van betor, whoop farm pair. And I was sensing from Makola for no, air quick daddy for no, yen say, yen say. Do you know what that means?
No, but that one is clearly for the cameras. The decision has been taken already. And I'm saying those ones, those kind of artworks, no. You know, sir, I'm not getting the word, sir. Well, I'll get
optics,
back to
you want?
maybe those optics.
Yes, no. Correct, but you know, if you ask me, if you ask your mind, those optics,
is it humility? You think that that's how we draw up our budgets?
And yet just drawing the budget, budget.
This is how politicians, they've taken us for granted over the years. But me baby, ukoyo budget means they make a crowd on fanya. In any case, me ukua or representing interest. Next time around, next year by this time, God willing, on Sanko Cantaman, the same as our market, Uncle do a market. You mean Trasa will be able to say a propagandist animal too. I don't want to go there. Correct. I believe that you have already told Ghanaians that you are building the Ghana that we want, which means that you have already spoken to us as Ghanaians through the various unions, associations, organizations, whatever. You know this and I'm watching a good budget anymore. How did you get to know say betting tax as if for you buy and the catch up says that betting tax in the queen because most of them are more joining question. So you are with us already. Let's not do the optics and this camera work. As I speak to you now, what will pay a Metono Agoba Junction? Pay back here 45 cedis. So I pay around or say pay 45 cedis. Pay around Timishu, Umobonatisu. This is a Greek ministry we are dealing with. How they can put in a lot of these things to ensure. Say, Nameye Aduma, officer and the pay, maybe 45, about 25. But I beg to differ on that point. But proceed on your matter.
Well, but my point is this. Call it what you mean. Say that attempt, optics, BBB, call it what you mean. But in the end, what it does, then say, it carries the people along, which is much needed in every decision making of government. Correct. It carries the people along. And you tend to achieve the objective, with the collective support of all. I mean, that is where the plus is for me. In this whole
it's a demystification of this budget reading the finance minister or more access budget.
Oh my one said next year you expect him to do so. Now
you know why I'm saying this? Because there was a time that the education minister then previously MP Dr. education minister. Reverend boss. Doctor. So doc, because we say doc, sorry, or classroom. We have given people that responsibility. Punish people who are underperforming. But your job. ensure that the policy directions and all those are fully and nicely and effectively effected. How long did he? Who do you mean contest all the time? So what you hope I just say you be and papa. Who do you mean classroom be and science? Send your science teacher there. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But Matthias, but you see, what that initiative from the current finance minister, a bit different from this maybe attempt.
Maybe
because the angle of carrying the people along is critical.
You have planted in our mind, say the Ghana building the Ghana we want, and more.
Yes,
we
yeah.
The collectively,
So that is why it is very sad. Say up to today, and you take the historical antecedents of Shisha since 1992 till today. Say. For the fact to say NDC in a day anymore.
Here are Thompson say disagree because Munim dear should be added that. Mamma pretend say Munim. There is no excuse say you call Macola for cry, you call Aboso can for Munim. The mamma go hide behind Bibia say ye buy and say the situation acquired the Yamiani Adi and Sem into Yesika Sem there be or some couple the Sabbath almost be shiamo. So you know,
well,
you agree that you know everything already.
We had an idea. We had an
exactly
idea.
My point. I make also
we had an idea
of how the country was being run.
Of how the country was being run, and that was why you share your sapo munsu because you say senior or man here running and you're the best thing for the for my Ghana. And you share your sapo munsu but yet we saw the depth of the situation now. And you so alarming because the statement by Obi to say John Dramani Mahama. Obi Biara onim John Mahama. Anyway, so he smiles at the storm. What would he say? Bibia sina bibia in ye John Mahama or Srisha. Now, and it takes things easy and keep moving. But or no, it will be in a new. No, catch you. Yes, let us say something very deep. Dangerous. I was expecting people to really take up that matter and begin to analyze and get answers and say what exactly does John Dramani Mahama mean by the criminally managed economy and in your mouth or no what so having realized that or science will say yes, this is the problem. Senior and maybe a dream maybe she a problem meet me solve it a power crisis. Sanso na wenso mashalabo say one na men solve sa problem with. And indeed yes why because we share appointment or one be catch say oh me buy na me fi say energy say nti me can say me family say nti anka monte so ma me na me fa bi nka ho one ka bibia. I mean he's keeping to his promise one by one at least sincerity, commitment, any decorum, running on my as leaders. John Dramani Mahama sign Ediaba Ama Obuo but the presidency. Now Bibia President Kasa now Obia because the amount for credit say he doesn't even know what to talk. Does he really know what was going on as at the end of 2024? These people, do they really know what is going on? But that is changed with the leadership of John Dramani Mahama. Now, Mjidi Ewa say these are some of the things are contributing to achieving the objective because it's a collective effort. It's a collective effort to be in Ghana and free. So that is why I'm disappointed. Say at least this opportunity again, the economic dialogue, MPP4 decided to boycott it again. I mean, they did so with
the National Economic Dialogue.
The National Economic Dialogue. They did so with the Senchi. They did so on several occasions now. One more year, because if we continue to do it that way, then we are doing business as usual, politics as usual.
All right.
Now, we are seeing MFB, Papa Dia, and Bro Man.
Okay, so 9, we'll have 4 years break, to change your shebre, 9, 12, 6. So our shebre is for you, but that's game pack for Adarama. But oh, as my make an allergy, can be no one continuous. Assembly in and say, Yedikai. Now, one war. A little bit of insight as to the air cost of my mom. but omo buy ana ebe gina so ama uhwe onipa President John Dramani Mahaya on kasa sa akeke this on one part me kasa say this bu man adwena na etechi na adwena enye papa and bia how this country was managed it will take people with that mindset a bomb mine and ya ho kire ba mine so ana on be bu mine say they no to you are challenged now with information because what the president knows unfortunately you don't know. You can challenge him on that.
I know a lot. And I seek for a lot of information. And I'll give you some right now. And when you start playing with figures now, I'll get your figures for you. Because figures, data,
they are important.
Will never go wrong. Yeah. When you are going for your friend saying parliament, because echo hands that you can't lie. When you are going to World Bank, IMF, because omube checking. Almost sources near the end. Don't ask you direct. Almost someone crop for home check him. So the moment they know that you've lied, you are penalized. And it's happened to Ghana once. Okay. It's happened to Ghana once. NDC come wrong figures. You penalize Ghana for it. We have to pay. Now he talked about budget deficit. I'll start with the overall GDP. The averages now, 2013 to 2016, Omufi office no. Now the overall GDP growth was 3.9%. As at 2017, yeah, Bank of Ghana, the Ministry of Finance.
Okay, all right.
Bank of Ghana, Ministry of Finance. Go and check. You get it there.
All right.
Overall GDP from 2017 to 2023, young time, even with all the challenges, was 4.7. 2023, I'm using 2023 because 2024 year figure in time. But in 2024, the average was about 7.2% overall GDP. You come to aggregate growth. Almost average 2.8. Year 2017 to 2023 was 4.5. By 2024, it was about 5.9. So it tells you that there was growth in the system. Now, industry growth. When they were leaving office, average was 3.31%. 2017 to 2023 was 4.12%.
It's a lie.
It's never a lie. Go and check.
Industry growth was negative. Check it.
We've had negative before. I'm not saying that we didn't go negative. That's why I use the word average overall.
Negative 3%.
Thank you very much.
Negative 3%. Negative.
Growth industry.
Negative.
As at quarter 3 of 2024 was 8.9%. Quarter 3. Per capita income. Omufi office 2016, it was $1,412. Yen as at 2023 was $2,066.
Because
per
we
capita
invested
income.
in two. We invested in two oil fields.
I'm going to show you. What
we
we've done.
didn't take one cedi from. So
average
you
inflation. Average inflation. I told you about 15 thereabouts. It was 15.8. Yeah, average inflation as at 2017 to 2023 was 18.43. Quarter 3 year FIMO now at 23%. Perfect.
So what
budget deficit per GDP was 6.7 by them, 6.55 by us. Quarter 3 was 3.4%. Now let me jump to trade balance. Our trade balance per GDP was negative 4.9%. Yen as at AU was 2.8%. As at 2023, quarter 3 of our AU was 3%. So when you look at what has been going on,
Master, we are not
gross international,
you've done 8 years in government, and you lamb it up because what I am talking about in 2016 was the summation of what I have done. Then you come here and be talking about quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 1. What kind of statistics are you doing?
No,
you see. I will respond to you guys.
So one tier I'm picking those quarters now. You are doing summation 8 years.
Correct. Summation 8 years.
I gave you summation of 7 years. In the last quarter of 2024. Because figures are now coming out. You don't understand some of these things.
Won't mean 2024 no. Any many
what
are you talking about?
For 2020.
I gave you 7 years continuous. 7 years continuous.
Industry grows.
That industry go production team wa won kofa MPP and kasa budget. Already 20 20
I showed you my source quotation of my source.
2020
Ministry of Finance, Ministry of
it was negative.
Let me go on because me who say all break.
Oh,
Abuaze phase 2.
Yeah.
Started. Preparation of it started in 2023. As at the time last year, now it was almost in the AU of going to take off to start doing the gas phase 2. I don't know where they are starting off by saying they are coming to do a. Can you come into office less than 2 months? Now we're back at him saying you are going to do phase 2 of Abuazi. You are now coming to do it.
We are not talking about phase 2 of Abuazi. We are telling you we are doing a new gas processing plant. And you are talking phase 2 of Abuazi. Phase 2 of Abuazi was what you were supposed to continue with all the money you took. You couldn't do it.
Phase 2. Please don't go there. Town hall meetings were carried out before. In fact, Banri do time. He even went to marketplaces far before budget reading. Sa economic forum last week.
Correct.
This week.
3rd and 4th.
This week, we will read the budget. All the information I want our economic forum. You want to tell me that within 2-3 days, we're going to be pushing to the budget to make sure that the budget is sustainable. Let us not try and fool people. They are educated, though. Ghanaians are educated. It takes time. Even for the report to be summed up and everything, it will take time. So for you to take those information from that report and feed it into the budget will take another time.
Two things. Either they had made up their mind and used the economic forum as
they say, why will you say?
Or
they say, why will you say?
No, so we are having the conversation. You cannot give a report within 2-3 days. The agency of the economic exercise. You can't take 2-3 days.
Thank you very much.
It's not possible.
In that same way, why your budget area? More corrections, more fine tuning. Just quickly, more fine tuning.
Well, as I said, we wrap up in the next 15 minutes. I want to say, Inti, I feel no join here. Alaji Nasir, I want to say, and I feel Yera Alfred Thompson, so I want to say, NDC, MPP, respectively. No, Omodi boy. Also. We appreciate you so much. So Wajibra also na Uti. Alaji. So what we'll do is maybe one.
I thought you wanted me to land first.
Okay, so land properly. Because our airline is coming. Very soon, the airline by Ghana Airways. Ebesaba. Other some share sa initiative na say. What did this uncle? Ebesaba. Eba and Omo Jim na.
I say you danyamiase. And I shouldn't thank God.
No, I'm saying the Eba and Omo time they have and I say.
Now some can say I'm see a danyamiase. We thank God.
I'm
thanking God. Oh, why is it? Oh, is it how they forgive people from?
Now,
economic forum. Sir, me say economic forum. The visit to the markets. Dr. Honorable Barry Wayibida, Honorable Ken Ofrata, he did town hall meetings near they explaining the budget and even getting information before the budget time near the all these things are nice, but what is the end result? We still saw high inflation. We still saw A. We still saw B. We still complained. A typical example, the time na ye complain, say market prices are so high. In our Greek minister Becca said no, market prices are not high. To the extent say okofa brother ni ade nyina begu ministry ho.
A Greek minister.
A Greek minister. Some of us complained at that time and said, listen, this thing is not sustainable. Go back to the Ghana Food Distribution Corporation time. No? Yellow kiosk. No, Musisi, Moko industrial area, Woko ministries, Woko high, create that area. It also creates jobs. Let's get the food, give it to them, and then they will sell. It will continuously reduce prices at one market. So all these things are avenues for creating jobs and also reducing prices. Maybe our NDC befa the food will be will not meet a normal starting. we need to bring prices down. But let us not do propaganda with some of these things. Chemistries no be you. We can start say 2 days, 3 days before your friends are reading their budget. Now I can market to my home. Then input or the amount for you to go and put it in your budget. In comforting a holder that or your budget say CIA Casano. Finalizing the last day because budget even the day in power will read the year changes view before they give the final document out. The day I will read them, but now almost fine tuning certain places. I've been to the ministry, I've seen what happens there, I know what happens. Into if you want this country to move forward, say ye pede ye hunde Omai impuntu be man. Let's put lies, propaganda, and all these things aside. Let us be open and truthful to the people. And the people themselves will say that, yes, together we can build it. Okay. And together we will build it. But that's it.
Alaji, so what do you tell us? Maybe one or two observations.
Well, me kind of say, I think sincerity, honesty, and the candor to run a country, my party, the great NDC, and under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, have exhibited that. I mean, Emre Shas here, everything Obete say party for any are not happy with certain things, but that is how we can run a country to ensure say yebenyo bia akahu na yetimi a movie together. Wojide warishemu say ochina by the time I have kind budget in a na industry in a arishemu say baby fufu eba business people and Wamukra Sika investors would regain confidence in the economy of Ghana. Na Benswa, Omapenina Nado Niba Miadi and Kudu Yanwa, na ya Kokra say free in Sikano, ya Pamuyen, na Yamfam Mayeno, Bibi Betimi Abahun Ama, Yenya, the traction to attract your friends foreign investment, Badwam or Mano Akunini. And Babunu hopes and aspirations. Efa ejuma womu epe, womu so ebe clarity no, ehu akwanya government ebe faso de sanyomano aba. The agri sector and so one key area Mojide warishe mo say budget no ebe direct investment to ensure say you very vampino. And making sure say it continue to be the backbone of the economy and the main element of growth. The 24-hour economy, hey, one of the issues are more GDWR, Ochina budget, ebema yenya clarity. I found senia a buying anamuntu a fahu ebeba besi. Na Ghana for na teach but ye kai juma na ye kan mbabunu emze mbabunu na doso but do no so ho wo mo aluso mo juma and they are not at the retirement age wo mo so say they will look up to something and get the opportunity media they may dekese and say adia MPP for 3 year wo mo antwene wo mo didn't show any concern. Na Mejidi Ewarishemu say with the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the game changer or Chananso, Yabete, Bibia Fahua, Badwam, Babunu, and one in Wapasa, Woko Juemu, na Woko Yang, Unkokono, Wamo Abenya, Kwanya, Womo Sobe Faso, na Yetumi Astati Bibi Pa Bebwa. Na niye me deke se no se mete se menuanom a womo extreme the so association of womo poultry farmers womo se womo no mo nhyeda anye sa yeah womo nye abrofo akoko ni bi a confirming the local birds and womo re no I mean we almost say one conditions.
The
local beds.
Yeah. It's local beds.
Yeah.
Very,
one more year confirming local beds. One more raising issues.
Yeah, very.
One more raising issues. For policy, no say. One more journey policy. No man, one journey who say a bofun kokono kwana. One more ebe invest woman. Now local beds, no any a confirming one more year no so has potential. I bet me abuama yet to me achieve this objective. Indeed, these are the things that me worry. Shemu EWGD say the finance minister ebe movie the Omano towards and the commitment any senior enthusiasm or chireno mame arishemu pepe say indeed John Dramani Mahama the best selection when it comes to the finance sector. And for me, I expect and wish say industry, business people, and unemployment issues will be the key factors. To me, actually, or my Ghana PFA, how we are going to tackle it, and expect and so say Ghana for a my support to achieve them because say yet to wha can say or my no my unemployment in year to come. Ye so far together when we are talking about health issues in the account. Men who my area we cannot go to the Abuchirene health spas and war Abuchireno. We will surely go to the Ridge Hospital, the Kolibu Teaching Hospital, the 37 saying I want a year. So that is where we expect and so say we would see some improvement to ensure sustainable because on minor that economy no be cost then it depends on how healthy your population is and if ya nhwedi na we mu nyina no ya tackle emphasis ka sefata enko say na be ya we would achieve the objective for which we have set to ourselves then we are not going forward.
Just a quick one. Okay, 24-hour economy. You expect it in the budget?
No, the 24-hour economy is clarity
in the budget.
And of course.
How?
Besides
President Mahama about the 24-hour economy. Or say, when they come into power, they are now going to put a policy paper together. They are going to put a policy paper together. Now, when you put the policy paper, which is headed by Guzitano Sinsiana, it will now have to come. And when you go through Parliament for approval and everything.
Which President Special Initiatives, Nasi.
So it's under President Special Initiative. It's from January to say Rebecca and budget. No, Guzitano to make a policy paper. You see, sometimes when they are speaking to us, it will be there will be clarity in it. But if there's clarity in it, if you haven't finished the policy paper, how do you get clarity?
Now,
what is part of the
NDC?
I don't need to be part of it. I'm a Ghanaian.
Because policy means
I'm a Ghanaian. I would love to respond to this very important.
I'm a Ghanaian.
No, but only the policy
I said, oh, we policy paper this or it's all brief here.
No, brief you.
You should let us know
about 24-hour economy.
Why am I then
24-hour economy? The shebre is on Kanjiro.
There is Sunni shebre.
24-hour economy. What you say?
Or say Oba, be policy paper was let's not jump the gun. Or say Oba, be policy paper was because on can say Ibisa and say what is 24-hour economy. He couldn't explain it to us. He said he was going to give us a policy paper on it. So when you finish the policy paper, you won't tell us anything before throwing it into the budget.
Maybe we bet once.
Before throwing it into the budget.
But maybe I bet once.
The budget drives the economy. So if you are doing a policy and you don't come and share that policy with us, for us to buy into it and you put it in the budget, it means that you are pushing something on us.
Now, clarity does not mean pushing something on somebody.
Let me respond. I'm saying, the 24-hour economy has as part of the incentives to attract industries. The reduction of electricity tariffs, the reduction of some taxes,
finish the policy paper. That's all I'm saying.
And other incentives and all this,
that's what we need.
All this will be factored in the budget to ensure and give clarity to industry so that it can attract them. I mean, it is.
Are you listening to what he's saying?
Some of these.
So are you buying into what he's saying?
No, some of these things are minimum you know. I don't know what say. Clarity on it to settle some of these.
So you are buying into what he's saying.
You're not getting.
I'm not getting.
No, when somebody needs clarity on an issue, what's wrong with that?
No, you haven't finished the policy. So how do you get the
clarity?
clarity?
Who told you haven't finished? Which policy
so
are you waiting for?
Where is the policy?
Where
is the policy?
Which policy?
Which policy?
The 25 economic policy. I'm promising you say Obama policy
but you don't so how do you know there is 24-hour economy but you don't know policy?
Okay, so which
how do you know? So the 24-hour economy is what is it?
Yeah, about free education. So yeah, policy no answer na yeah.
Okay, so we were here. So
between January and the end of the year, no, we're able to put it in a budget to make sure that they start.
Which policy did you put together? So did you give to Ghana?
Part of the policy showed you. Part of the policy showed you. So we are only going to do the first step. The first year people.
So three things. Are you aware? Say termination, revocation almost have from back. Are you aware?
Revocation
and termination also all you have from back.
Yeah, we have our papers. No,
what was from back?
Which ones? Obia.
Who is
everybody?
Who letter about
everybody?
Who here?
So letter no, it can be fake.
Okay. Number two.
It can be fake. Is it authentic?
Is
it authentic?
Number two.
Wow,
Gifty or how an answer moko pay bill money.
Gifty. Oh, they've released it.
Omo release it. Almost done the how NSS.
Won't draw ni pakro no. Ni pakro na ba. I be reporting no harm. Say, Marty will win say, most of me. Meanwhile, you haven't written to me. Then you lock it.
Okay,
so sometimes just
wrap
to end there.
Wrap up with Chairman of Swamp for then I would wish him now for sorry. Wish him enough never check it. Wish him never.
It's one person like that. Are you gagging me?
No,
are you gagging me?
I'm paying John Bahan.
Are you gagging
me?
Oko baby Pakona okita etu or the beye you know
after
the brother driving you know, after all the security lapses is causing ya ye di na ye hwe no
what do you mean security lapses? What do you mean security? What security lapses is more than the recklessness of the Nano sitting on international conference table attacking his neighbors? What recklessness is more than that?
Go and visit Bush this in Trump.
And I message can you because but the recklessness of Nana has pushed the Burkina Base has pushed Burkina Base to take the second position against Ghana.
I wish him the best. Now me hope say yeah sympathy.
No, a policy advisor.
Second lady
a policy advisor.
Second lady say you two.
Me dey see am me dey mind come that say me
oh